Good morning students. Today we are going to learn about mineral nutrition topic. This is a new chapter, second chapter in plant physiology. In this chapter we are going to learn different types of nutrients, mineral nutrients and their role in the plant growth and development. So let's start the lesson. Here every organism which inhabit on the earth is made up of cells. So cell theory also indicates that all the organism, whether it is unicellular or multicellular, are made up of cell and cell products. That is cell theory proposed by C.N.I. Schwann. We have learnt in the first year of the intermediate. But here mineral nutrition in this topic. So the basic unit of organism, that is nothing but cell, which requires some substance, some basic raw substance for growth and maintenance. These raw substance or basic substance are called nutrients. Here the absorption, the process or method of absorption of nutrients and their utilization for the growth and development is called nutrition. Here nutrients means they are raw substance which are required for the growth of the cell and their maintenance. And what is nutrition? Nutrition is nothing but the process of uptake of nutrients and their utilization for the growth and development of the cell is called nutrition. For example, the food which we are taking every day contains different types of energy yielding substance. For example, organic macromolecules. Food contains organic macromolecules. The best example for organic macromolecules are proteins, lipids, carbohydrates. So all these are polymers, high molecular weight polymer compounds. They yield energy. And apart from these organic macromolecules, food also contain inorganic elements. Inorganic elements are micromolecules. Food also contain H2O and inorganic elements. These inorganic elements are also called mineral elements. Why? Because most of the inorganic elements they absorb in the form of ions. By roots. And how they derive, how they originate means they produce from the minerals of the rock. Generally they are produced by the breakdown of the rock. Breakdown of rock is also called weathering. Weathering of stones or rocks produces inorganic elements and they are derived from the minerals of the rocks. So that's why they are called mineral elements. So here, like nutrition, mineral nutrition is also there. What is mineral nutrition? Mineral nutrition is nothing but the absorption of inorganic elements and their utilization for the growth and development is called mineral nutrition. So here we have studied different types of, we have studied what are nutrients And what is nutrition? Nutrition is method of absorption. And likewise, here inorganic elements absorption and utilization for the growth and development is called mineral nutrition. So in this topic we are going to study different types of elements, okay, mineral elements. So far approximately 30 elements are discovered in the different types of plant species. So out of these 30 elements, 17 are essential elements. These essential elements are divided into two categories: macro elements and micro elements. Macro means they require more than 10 millimolar per kg dry weight. That is called macro element. What is micro element? The element which is required or needed less than 10 millimolar per kg dry weight of the plant is called micro elements. So in this chapter we are going to study mainly first one is establishment of we are going to study methods to identify the essential elements. The first aim of this chapter is to study the methods and process to identify the essential elements. So after that, to establish the essentiality of the element, to establish the essentiality, whether it is really essential or not, we have to establish that essentiality of elements. The third aim or goal of this topic is to find out the role of essential elements. So what is the role, what is the function of essential elements in the plant growth and development? We have to find out that. That is the third goal of the mineral nutrition. So the next aim of this chapter is and find out the deficiency symptoms of each essential element. Find out the deficiency element. Find out the symptoms. Find out the symptoms of deficiency of each element. So here one element deficiency produces many symptoms. So we have to find out those deficiency symptoms. Then only we can identify which element is missing in natural elements. So that is the advantage or use of this finding out of symptoms of deficiency elements. The last one is significance of biological nitrogen fixation. So these are the 5 aims or goals of this chapter. The first one is methods to identify the essential element. So I said there are 30 elements so far been discovered, and out of these 30 elements, which element is essential and which is not. So to discover that, we have to study. The second aim of this chapter is to establish the essentiality of element. So how it is essential, we have to find out. Third one, to find out the role of essential element. Actually, what is the function the essential element carry out in the plant body? That is the role. Next one, find out the symptoms of deficiency element. If one essential element is missing, then what are the symptoms it is producing? Okay. Sometimes by studying these symptoms, we can find out the related deficient element in natural element. Suppose, for example, in natural crop fields, suppose one plant is showing yellow leaves. Yellow leaves generally is due to the deficiency of magnesium element. So here, by looking at the symptoms, that is yellow leaf, we are predicting that the magnesium is deficient. So like that, we can study different types of deficiency symptoms of different essential element. This is very useful. And the last one is significance of biological nitrogen fixation. Nitrogen is very essential element, and which is mainly useful for the construction of the body. Nitrogen is element of nucleic acid, proteins, and sometimes carbohydrates also contains. So this essential element nitrogen, how it fixes, how it is available to the plant. So tomorrow we study the first aim of this chapter. Thank you.